What up, viewers? What up? What up? Today is Friday, July 26th, and as always, I want to talk about I want to give you a brief recap of what happened this week in video game news. Starting off with two video game launches today, in fact. Wolfenstein Youngblood is launched. The latest installment of the world's first-person shooter has launched. The story of B.J. Blazkowicz is being carried on by his two daughters, and it is a co-op game. I believe if you buy one $60 game, two people can play it, and it's not. I don't think it's couch co-op. I think there's a way to play. There's a way to play with like linked PlayStations or something like that, or linked consoles. I haven't looked into that, but if you're into co-op first-person shooter games, it might be right up your alley, and I think it's right up mine. But I'll have to look into getting that set up so that me and my fiance can play together. I watched a recap video of like what happened in the last two ones in New Order and Shadow of the Colossus, and the story is just bonkers. So I've been kind of out of it for a little while. Yeah, just I don't know what's going on in this story. I feel like it's gotten a little campy. All the crazy Nazi killing that you can imagine is in the game, but man, I just didn't have any idea what was going on in the official lore. But I am excited for that co-op that I was talking about. A lot of games have kind of started. A lot of co-op games have started going to this like buy one get one, or buy one and two people can play kind of strategy, and I think that's a good way to get multiple people involved in your game. And if it's meant to be a multiplayer game, then give people ways to buy in mass. I think that is always a good. I think that was always a good strategy. I saw the 78 Metacritic. Let me double check. Saw the Metacritic score and I was not impressed. 76. 76 is still good. I'm not going to say that's a bad Metacritic score. And again, Metacritic isn't the only way that I evaluate games. But 76 it doesn't get me quite there enough that I want to buy it like day one. I might wait on this one before I pick it up. But I am excited to play multiplayer first-person shooting action with my friends. I wonder if any of them will pick it up and I'll play with them. But yeah, I'm always up for some first-person shooter Nazi killing action. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Wolfenstein Youngblood. Let me know if you pick it up in the comment section below. Moving right along, the platform-exclusive Fire Emblem game, the first Fire Emblem game coming to the Nintendo Switch, also launched today, Fire Emblem Three Houses, and that one got an 88 Metacritic. And that one's very much more inclined to pull me away from whatever I was doing to kind of pick it up. I haven't played any of the previous Fire Emblem games. I think I was talking to a coworker today. I think I played maybe one of the NES ones or the SNES ones. One of the crazy like sprite, 16-bit versions of the game. But I haven't. If ever, I haven't interacted with them. Yeah, the game looks awesome. I think the whole faction system is bringing something new to the game. I do follow it along, and I do like turn-based strategy games with a lot of tactics. But 88's a really good score, so if you're going to be playing anything this weekend, it's probably going to be one of those two games, but if you own a Switch, it's probably going to be Three Houses, because the game looks pretty good, and yeah, let me know if you pick that one up too. Also starting today is QuakeCon. I watched the whole opening ceremony. I'll probably have a link to that down below where you can watch it too. And the big presentation was talking a lot about Doom. It also talked about, I think it talked a little bit about Fallout 76, but it was all celebration of Doom and its 25 years being out in the world, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, just 25 years of Doom. I think my first memories are of like me watching like my dad and my brother play on like our one PC. It was like in the corner of the kitchen, and they'd be playing Doom, and I'd just be like sitting there, and they'd be chewing on their shirt. I'd be chewing on my shirt because like That's what we used to do when I was a kid, when we got all nervous or anxious or like in a tough situation. Um, but yeah, I was watching them play Doom way back in the day, so just super exciting to see that. Speaking of Doom, they showed off more Doom Eternal gameplay. The PvP mode looks pretty cool, where two demons, which are controlled by players, are trying to move around the map, trying to kill one demon slayer. I think maybe there was two. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was 2v2 or 1v2. But they were definitely showing up a lot of the PvP mode, and then they also announced that they're bringing Doom 1, 2, and 3 to Switch and mobile and console. So if you want access to those classic games, and I definitely want Doom 1 or 2, probably both, on my Switch or my phone, those are available to purchase right now. So that should be a cool thing to start off the weekend. Moving right along, Fortnite World Cup is it also started today. Wow, lots of stuff starting today. And there is 30 million reasons why you should watch. I believe the prize pool is up to $30 million throughout this entire weekend. I think it's going on in New York, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, all of your favorite Fortnite streamers are going to be, most of them are going to be over there streaming Fortnite for the Fortnite World Cup. Crossing my fingers for Dr. Lupo, my favorite Fortnite streamer. But yeah, hope it's a good time. My fiance is literally watching it right there. So hopefully it's fun and an exciting thing to watch. Moving right along to two studios that are near and dear to my heart. Defiant Studios, the company behind, or Defiant Development, the company behind Hand of Fate 1 and 2. They are ceasing production on all of their games. That's the official word. I think it's a clear sign that they are closing down. They were working on a game, A World in My Attic, and I think that was a working title, but it sounds like they have ceased development on that, and I wonder what's going to happen to that, because the game looked kind of interesting. And then moving on to Remedy. Remedy is still crossing their fingers, hoping that one day they will get to work on Alan Wake 2. I'll have a link down to that story down below. And I know I want another Alan Wake, because I remember playing that on 360 and it was amazing. But the fact that that's still tucked away in like Microsoft's back pocket, I wonder if they are ever going to bring that back up. And then also Remedy has said that their latest game, Control, which comes out at the end of next month in August, has gone gold. So we don't have to wait much longer if you want to be playing Remedy's latest game. For those of you who don't know, Remedy made Alan Wake. They also did Quantum Break, which I believe was an Xbox exclusive. So they're made for very good story-driven, kind of third-person action-y type games. Moving on, Overwatch got its latest character this week. I'll have a link to the Origin trailer. I always like these ones. They always have different art styles, and the stories always seem very interesting. But this one was like super creepy. The guy is the character Sigma is a tank who was messing around with like gravity or something like that, and he created like a split personality. So I think he's gonna have like a dual action, turn off, turn on kind of sense to him. And yeah, the story was just kind of creepy with the character and his split personalities and his like, I'm gonna discover the cure / I'm gonna kill them all kind of thing. It was a crazy, crazy character. So let me know what you think of either the play style of the new character or at least their origin, which will be linked. Their origin gameplay, the origin trailer, which will be linked down below. Everyone's favorite Knight Rider car, Kit, is coming into Rocket League. It kind of got me thinking about like what other cars could be built into Rocket League. I'm surprised they didn't have Kit yet. I think the Mystery Mobile, like that was the second one I thought of, was like the Mystery Machine. Is that one in Rocket League? And I think it is. I think Scooby-Doo did a thing, or the Hanna-Barbera company or something, or Cartoon Network maybe. I think they partnered up with Rocket League to put the mystery machine in there. But I'm thinking of what other cars can be put in Rocket League that aren't already there. Put a comment down below if there's something that you're thinking of that I can't think of. Moving right along. So in Splatoon 2, they've been doing Splat Fests, which are like they're like weekly ways to keep the community engaged. Everybody kind of like picks a side, and then once you've picked a side, all the games throughout the weekend or the week will be contributed to that side, and you'll see which side wins at the end of every week. It's actually been a pretty cool thing. I think one of the first ones they did was like ketchup versus mustard or peanut butter versus jelly. And I think this last one was like order versus chaos or something like that. And it had the main two characters as like the mascots for one side or the other. But there was like a thank you video saying like, this is our last Splatfest. Thanks for everybody who contributed. And kind of got me all choked up. Yeah, I had a blast with Splatoon 2 and playing it with friends and playing it online. So it's a great game, and I hope they continue to support it. But this sounded like this was their last Splatfest. So hopefully they find other ways to keep the community engaged. But the game's been out for 2 years now, so maybe they're moving on to Splatoon 3. You heard it here first. Moving right along. There was a game. There's a game coming out called Savior, and it shows this like short brunette. It's like a 2D game. It's a 2D like platformer fighting game, and it showed this like short brunette girl like running around like fighting people off with like her stick combat, and it looks like Arya Stark. Like it looks pretty, and I think that's what caught my attention. Was the headline was like, this was basically Arya Stark the video game, and it really does look like it. Like it even cuts to like stick fighting with like two people and like a water master. It's really cool. So if you want to play some Arya Stark video game, 2D action platformer, check out Savior. And then last but certainly not least, there was a cool Zelda-inspired Switch case that I saw this week. It was like $17 or something like that. And it has the dark black with like gold accent marks kind of Zelda look, not the like blue and white or the like the Sheikah Slate look, but it has like the gold accents on like a dark brown or black background. The case looked really cool. I think it holds like 18 Switch cartridges or something like that, but it was the basic like flat Switch case. It wasn't like a bigger one that holds like your Nintendo dock and all that kind of stuff. That's what I bought this week, was a new Nintendo case, Nintendo Switch case. But I might still buy the micro Zelda themed Switch console or Switch console holder, because I have a problem, and I like Zelda a lot, and I like all of the Switch. I actually like the little Switch zip-up containers. So yeah, link down below. Let me know if you pick that up. There's no reference codes, but yeah, if you pick it up, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. It wasn't a first party, like it wasn't officially Nintendo. So if you're looking for like official Nintendo Switch cases, then this wasn't one of them, but this one had a cool Zelda theme to it. So if you're just looking for Zelda themed Switch case, pick it up there. That about wraps it up for this week. This is the first one I feel like I covered like a lot of the major highlights as opposed to just what I want to see. But let me know if you feel like I missed anything down below in the comment section. If you're watching this live on my Twitch, I appreciate you stopping by. A follow and a subscribe goes a long way. I have a Discord. I have Switch emotes. So, any kind of Twitch Prime sub would go a long way. And then if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, you're probably watching this Saturday when I upload this to Twitch typically, or upload this to YouTube. And a thumbs up and a subscribe goes a long way if you want to see more content like this every week. I will not be putting one out next week. I'm on vacation, taking a little time for the summer, so you won't be seeing one of these next week. But hope you have a super weekend. Hope you have a super Friday. Hope you have a super week. I'll catch you next time. See ya. Bye.